So there's kind of this, I don't know, black art magic science that's happening. And I think a lot of it is honestly feeling a lot like cargo culting, where we're trying to figure out the best way to communicate with this sort of new system that does not respond like an API that a programmer writes would. It responds like a human would.
So we are back in the Universe studio, and this week's really exciting because we've got the Project Gus team visiting New York. Well, some of us are already here, but others are coming in from, in some cases, all over the world. And we're going to spend the week iterating, jamming together, brainstorming, hacking, and making Gus even better and better. Success for the next few days for us is getting that initial site generation working well and getting that sort of wow factor, and then plotting a course for the future.
My name is Ian, and I am a back-end engineer here at Universe. We are here on an offsite to get together as a team and mind meld and all that fun stuff.
It's a nautical themed bookstore, and it says curated selection of nautical themed books, comfortable seating, and stunning views of the Pacific Ocean. Perfect spot to relax and wine and get lost in a good read. My name is Jeff Malloy. At Universe, I'm primarily a back-end engineer, but I'm the lead engineer for this project. One of the things that we do a lot as software engineers is turning kind of messy human language and things that humans want into something that is very rigid and linear. And as we've been experimenting and playing with ChatGPT, I've realized it's a lot like that, only in reverse. You know, if you say, give me this piece of content, sometimes it just won't. It's much more like an actual human than it is like a computer in that regard. One of the magic pieces of it is just how we don't have to be super precise. You can just say, oh, give me the content for a lemonade stand, and the lemonade stand, it will just spit out everything you want. It's constantly impressing me with how imprecise you can be to ask it. But then when you're trying to translate that into something that a designer understands, or something that the coder understands, or something that our iOS app can work with, we're ending up adding in a lot of, well, if you don't really give us content, figure out what to do, and that kind of thing. So it's been sort of both a fascinating and a frustrating project.
All right, so I'm very excited to introduce the real Gus, or rather human Gus as we now call him, who is actually working on Project Gus in a very important way. So we're here with human Gus. Welcome, human Gus.
How's it going?
So how do you feel about us naming our AI product after you?
That's a great question.
Gus has been instrumental in actually working on Project Gus. And that's because the way that we're building this system is we're basically building a kit of parts that the AI can assemble to build you a website. But that kit of parts, that all needs to be designed, and it needs to be designed well so that the output looks great. And that's where human Gus comes in. So he's really abstracting a level and thinking not only as a website designer, but as a website designer.
To be with the team, to be in huddles and work in person with everybody, further exploring what we can do with the product. So I'm really excited.
I'm excited for the potential of just helping people to communicate ideas that they might not have been able to communicate otherwise.
So many of the tools that I've seen in the market focus on generating something, and that's the end. And I think that what we're building is more about a relationship, it being there over time. And I think that's like a novel approach to AI that has a lot of use case for what we're doing.
Then I think
we got something. That's our new site.
Cool, so I want to show you where we got after a week of heads down focused work. I think it's coming together. I think it's actually looking pretty good, and yeah, let me show you.